Dan, it's been a fantastic season so far. You must be heading into the Cheltenham with potentially your strongest squad ever.
Yeah, definitely. Probably the noticeable thing is that we're across the board. Sometimes we have handicappers that have got outstanding chances, or realistic chances anyway, but this year we feel like we've got a few graded horses as well, so it's a hard thing to try and follow up. Last year we had 4 winners obviously, and just because you had 4 last year, I think you have 5 this year. That's not reality at all. We'll be very happy with 1.
Let's start with the new line then. He's been so impressive, unbeaten in his career, now bought by JP McManus. Is there a chance he's the best novice hurdler that you've ever trained?
Yep, definitely. A Grade 1 winning novice hurdler, you've got to take him seriously and in those terms, and I think he perhaps is, but what sets him apart really is his mentality, how easy he is to train, how easy he is to ride in his race. I just think he's got it all, got the full package. He's obviously unbeaten, but then we're going taking on these mammoths from Ireland as well, so we've got to be at our best. Yeah,
I was going to ask you about those. Willie Mullins displayed some really good horses at the Dublin Racing Festival. Any of them kind of jumping out to you as the main danger to the new line?
Well, of course, Final Demand's the horse, but it's hard to say who's more impressive,
And would you say going forward he's more of a champion hurdle horse, or is he going to go novice chasing?
Let's get this next run out of the way, and then we'll make. I don't want to put seasonal pressure on him. Let's just get this out of the way. But if somebody said to me you have to go up in trip or down in trip at the moment, it'd certainly be down in trip.
And Protektorat's going to defend his Ryanair title. How is he looking going into the race? I
think he's in probably the best form he's ever been in, to be honest with you. I thought his run at Windsor was as good as you could get. What's not to like, really? He did it last year. He beat a very good horse last year in Envoy Allen, and his form has only been maintained, really. That Windsor form, you can hardly say that was behind what he's ever done before.
And his form behind the likes of Jello's worked out really well this season. Is there a chance in the anti-post market he's being slightly overlooked?
No, I don't think so. I think that the fact that Factor File might drop back in trip is an interesting angle. He's obviously been finding galloping a bit too good. Only in the same way that when we were running, we were finding galloping and those Gold Cup horses a bit too good at the trip. So I can see that. It's very interesting. Le Francais dropping back in trip. Will he handle the hill? They bring unknown possibilities to the market. Whereas we are probably sort of Mr. Consistent. We set the bar. Can you beat us at this level? And obviously the bookmakers think yes they can, but we'll be trying to prove them wrong.
Now it wouldn't be the Cheltenham Festival without mentioning Langadan over the last couple of years. Entered into the Coral Cup, but the assumption is that he's maybe going to the Stayers Hurdle instead.
Yeah, Stayers Hurdle for him really. I don't know why we put him in the Coral Cup really. Perhaps devilment, I don't know. But he's run awfully. His training's barely been better. But we just take him on trust. That's all we can do. We can just trust him to turn up. We'll be doing everything we can to get him in the best shape we can. But I think this year, people have started to see that actually training Langadan ain't what everyone's on social media anyway has presumed it is. He's not easy.
Yeah, you told us in the past that he's very much a spring horse. He comes into his own in the spring. Going off his form last spring in the Coral Cup and splitting Bob Ollinger and Impere Pass, is he overlooked at 25-1 for the Stayers Hurdle?
Well, yeah, he is. But if he'd just shown us a modicum of form, that would have been helpful throughout the winter. But he hasn't shown us a glimmer. Put it this way: his 160 rating, in the spring around Impere Pass, is good enough to get at least placed in the Stayers. But that form just hasn't been there. So we're fingers crossed and hoping that it does turn up. But like I say, it's only on trust.
Of course. L'Heure du Sud has been one of the best novice chasers from Britain this season. Obviously with Serginho out, he's up there with taking on Madgeborough as the favourite. How would you say he can perform against Madgeborough? Is Madgeborough a horse that you're thinking we can actually beat this horse, or is he we are playing for post
I think
money?
We could beat Madgeborough. Yeah, certainly going there hoping to beat him. I've got a lot of respect for him, obviously. He's unbeaten and he's looked very good. But we've got plenty of form in the book. We've got plenty of experience. We've got a bit of age, strength on our side. Madgeborough is an unbelievably talented horse. It'll be a great matchup, I'm sure. But yeah, the way our horse has been going, and the form he's got, the versatility of him, yeah, I don't see many weaknesses. You know, if Majra's better than us, then he's better than us.
Yeah, and looking ahead to next year, not to jump the gun again, but is that versatility, is he probably more of a Ryanair Protektorat type, or is he more a champion chase type?
I think the way he's been going about things, I think 2 miles.
Take no chances. She put herself right in contention for the mare's hurdle at Ascot, beating Cargis. You seem to quite like her chances.
Yeah, because she's so tough. Like, there's one horse I can guarantee, well, her and Protektorat, you can guarantee they'll give their running. You know, they just will run their absolute best. Some of the others, they're a bit sort of more ground dependent, or, you know, sometimes they can have a bad day, but this mare just seems to just give it every time. She's improving, and love to see it. Yeah.
Fantastic. To speak about Racing Post Show up in the ante, David Jennings put up Valgrind for the County Hurdle a few weeks ago. He's now shortened to quite a short price, 12 to 1, I believe. If the ground came up good, he has a really strong chance.
Yeah, he does. I think if the better the ground, the better his chance. And I actually think around Christmas time, I wasn't really fancying him. I thought, yeah, we'd probably go there and maybe he'd have a squeak. But the closer we're getting, the more, I'd say confident, that's not the right word, but like the more I'm thinking it could happen. He's got some good course form. I actually think he went off the boil after that victory, and certainly the second against Potter's Charm. I just think he went off the boil a little bit. That long break he's had now, he's freshened up, he looks great. Yeah, there's just showing signs of possibility.
Nice. Joya Machan won a really nice race behind Outer Belly at Ascot last weekend.
He did.
Is that thought with him more battle hurdle? If he wins that, you go for the bonus in the Coral Cup?
He won't run in the Moor Battle unless it was bottomless, which I don't think it's going to be, because I think he wants to step up in trip. So I think if it was a really, really soft ground Coral Cup, we could consider it. Otherwise, I think he'll run on the Saturday, at Utoxeter. It's a 100 grand 3 mile race. But yeah, he's been a bit of a revelation, really. He obviously came to me out of form. We've sort of not really, we just sort of not trained him hard, I don't suppose. We just sort of got him the best form we can without sort of doing lots of hard work with him, and he's just improved, over a few runs. But it took me by surprise a little bit how far he stepped forward. Who knows? Maybe he's a horse for Aintree.
Yeah, you've had plenty of big winners in handicaps recently. If you were going to have a handicap winner at the Cheltenham Festival, who would you have your eye on in this moment in time?
Be Aware in the Coral Cup.
Strong.
Yeah. Well, he's got his own mind, and he can be a bit keen. But if he settles and it all goes right, I'd say he's very well handicapped still. And then still sticking with the handicaps, maybe one that's a dark horse, one that maybe people don't have their eye on just yet? Catch him Derry in the Pertemps. I think he'd have a squeak. He won a Pertemps qualifier, so he definitely gets in. Him off a low weight with a bit of soft ground underfoot. He could be an overlooked price. And then racing is something where we're trying to really bring the younger people on. What would you say to encourage younger people to go to the Cheltenham Festival, go to the Aintree festivals, make younger people go and racing? All of these sporting occasions are about atmosphere and about the time you can have with your friends. I mean, there's no airs or graces, I don't think, about Cheltenham. You can put on a nice suit and you can go and you can dress up as much as you want, but at the same time you can just go and enjoy it. The atmosphere is incredible. Like if you go to Cheltenham as someone who's never been before, you cannot but be impressed and want to go back again. Great atmosphere, great sport, and you can have a good night out in Cheltenham afterwards if you want. Brilliant. Dan, really appreciate your time. Thank you for having us. No worries.
The best in the lead up to Cheltenham.
All right, cheers.
Do you want over £2,000 in Cheltenham free bets? Visit racingpost.com/free bets, the ultimate hub for betting offers. Racing Post. Stay ahead of the field.